What's going on, everyone? It's Tay with Spectacular Gadgets, and I wanted to do a quick little video. I decided to add a new Apple product to my already pretty decent arsenal. I just left the Apple store. We did get our MacBook Air. We got our MacBook Airs in the configuration that we wanted, so there's that. Let's do this!
Spectacular Gadgets.
Now, I've been using the Mac Studio for quite some time, and it pretty much keeps you in a room in wherever you place it. What I've been missing is my MacBook. Long time ago, I did have the MacBook Pro, but I believe it was like the Intel type version. And boy, did I hate that thing. Only when it came time to doing voiceovers and anything where my mic needed to be close to that laptop, it was like a jet. That thing was just, it ran hot, it ran loud, and so I could not wait to get rid of it. So what I did was I ended up giving that MacBook Pro to my husband, and then I went ahead and just got the Mac Mini at the time. And I don't remember which one that is. Maybe it was like the M1. I really don't remember. So the Mac Mini was like, oh my goodness. It was quiet. You barely knew it was on. And it pretty much did the job for me for the most part. Then a year or two later, I was like, okay, let's see what this Mac Studio was talking about. The Mac Studio is spec'd out at 32 gigabytes of RAM. It's 1 to 2 terabytes of ROM. And it just is it's the first version of it, I believe. But that thing is still running. It's still quiet. It's still smooth. It still gets the updates, obviously. But it keeps me stationary, keeps me in one particular room or wherever I decide to just place it. And in this case, it's my office. Being able to not be tied into a room. If I want to go to a coffee shop, if I want to go to a cafe or something like that, I want to be able to pull out my laptop, MacBook, whatever it is, and go ahead and work. Now, I know you could say, oh, well, you can get an iPad. An iPad to me is not the same as an actual laptop, MacBook, PC, something like that. It's not. It can come close, but for me, that's not ever going to be like a replacement for me. Anyway, so what I decided to do was I finally decided, after all these years of not having a MacBook, is to pick up a MacBook. I ended up getting the MacBook Air. So I got the M5 MacBook Air, and I spec'd it out with 1 terabyte of storage, 24 gigabytes of RAM. I got the upgraded CPU and GPU, and I got the sky blue. So I was pretty excited to finally get a MacBook after all these years, and finally a MacBook that's in the M series, because like I said, my previous or my older MacBook Pro was an Intel. So to see what a MacBook with the M5 chip in it can do, I'm kind of excited. And also let me mention, I did purchase the MacBook Air the first week or second week of June, so I wasn't really hit with those price increases that Apple recently just dropped. So I'm so happy that I was able to pick up my MacBook Air before all that went down. The price with everything that I had, as far as spec wise, was about $1,500, and I was able to get the color, and I was able to get the configuration that I wanted. And what I can say so far is this MacBook is the truth. Now, I don't know what the MacBook Pro was talking about, but I have Final Cut Pro on this. I have so many tabs open. And for me, with the 24 gigabytes of RAM, this thing runs smooth. It's quiet. It doesn't heat up. It's quiet. And it's lightweight. And I absolutely love it. I absolutely love this color. This is the sky blue, but the thinness of this, the thinness and the weight just makes it so that you want to take it anywhere. I'm more efficient now that I can take this and carry it anywhere. I can throw it in my backpack, or when I go to a cafe, I can just whip this out and it's quiet, and it doesn't have all the ports that you want, but that's cool. You just get a hub. But I got a headphone jack, I have 2 USB-Cs, and they have their magnetic charging, so that doesn't take up a port. I am super happy that I ended up getting the MacBook Air. So I forgot to mention, this is the 13-inch one. I didn't want the big one. Like I said, I needed something that I can still just be as portable and take up less space as possible, and this just does it for me. I'm super excited. I decided to get this. I'm excited and ecstatic that I didn't wait much longer to get it, because then I'd be in a position where I'm going to be paying $200-$300 more for a MacBook. So if you're in the market for looking for a MacBook, or you're getting into the Apple ecosystem, I think the MacBook Air, if you're not looking at the Neo, is like everything that you're going to want and more. This sky blue was definitely calling my name. Well, that about wraps it up for this video. I want to thank everyone for taking the time to chill with me as we go through this journey. And until next time, everyone, I want you all to have a spectacular day. Later.